Let's turn to our correspondent in Ukraine now, Emmanuelle Chaze, who's joining us from Kharkiv. Emmanuelle, thanks for being with us. The context really right now doesn't point towards any substantial progress being achieved in these talks.
Absolutely. And the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, had said that the position of the Ukrainian delegation would be adjusted following Russia's large-scale attack against Ukraine's energy infrastructure. A new attack, the worst attack this year, which left tens of thousands of people here in Kharkiv, but also elsewhere in the country, deprived of heat as winter temperatures have dropped to -20, and they will stay like that for another a couple of days. It's very cold here in Kharkiv, and people are deprived of heating. They're also deprived of electricity due to those strikes. There are invincibility points opened across the city, so people can get a bit warm. They can sometimes sleep in those invincibility points. Those are public buildings, administration, schools, where people can seek refuge when they seek shelter, when they are no longer able to stay at home. It is in this context that crucial questions will be talked about between the delegations, and there we've heard President Zelensky asking for the U.S. delegation to show if it can obtain, for example, a ceasefire, a temporary truce on energy infrastructure, such as to be able to help the Ukrainian population to get through this winter. But other questions, such as the territorial question, as Russia still wants Ukraine to abandon, to give up its territory in the eastern part of the country, there's very little hope here from Ukraine, from the Ukrainian perspective, that this issue could be solved with those talks today.
You mentioned it, the freezing temperatures really having a strong impact on the local population on the ground in Ukraine. What's being done in terms of the humanitarian situation right now?
Well, we are really witnessing a humanitarian crisis here in Ukraine. You have to imagine that here in Kharkiv, there are still 900 buildings deprived of heat. So I was mentioning those invincibility points. There's also Ukrainian railway, which brought six heated carriages in Kharkiv station, where up to 300 people can come and warm up and get some tea and simply shelter. But you have to keep in mind that Russia also targets the Ukrainian rail. So this would not come without the danger. The situation is quite similar in the capital, in Kyiv, where there are still 900 buildings, also around 900 buildings still deprived of heating at this critical moment. This is the coldest winter that Ukrainians have experienced since 2022. There are people who are unable to leave their flat to go to regions that are a bit less impacted. The impact is felt throughout the country at various degrees. It is particularly dire here in the east, also in central Ukraine, and of course it is in this situation that Ukrainians are watching what's happening with those negotiations, with, I must say, very little hope that it can bring tangible results for them, since bombing continues. Yesterday in Zaporizhia, a drone crashed into a residential part of the city. It killed two 18-year-old persons. It injured a number of other people. That is the reality for Ukrainians here on the ground.